It's Thursday, May 9th, and we are going to be doing the 3 strategies of Huang Shaigong first, and then we're going to dive into the Daily Stoic. So last we left off, we're on verse 7 in upper strategies, and I took a little peek ahead. We have a long one incoming, so let's get started. The core of the military and the state lies in observing the hearts of the masses and carrying out the 100 services. Those who are threatened must be kept safe. Those who are fearful must be made happy. Those who rebel must be brought back. Those who have grievances must be indulged. Those who have cases lodged against them must be investigated. Those of inferior rank must be valued. Those who are strong must be restrained. Those who are enemies must be attacked. Those who are greedy must be enriched. Those with desires must be employed. Those who are fearful must be hidden away. Those who devise plans must be kept close. Those who make slanderous remarks must be overturned. Those who are scornful must be responded to. Those who turn against you must be got rid of. Those who act favorably must be subdued. Those who are full of themselves must be kept in check. Those who return home to the state must be summoned. Those who submit must be allowed to live, and those who surrender must be released. If you obtain a strategic position, defend it. If you are in a narrow pass, block it. If you face difficult terrain, then establish a military post. If you seize a city, divide it up. If you seize a territory, split it apart. If you seize materials, disperse them. If the enemy moves, spy on them. If the enemy is close, prepare for them. If the enemy is strong, be deferential to make them arrogant. If the enemy is in seclusion, leave them. If the enemy crosses boundaries through insults and taunting, wait for them. If the enemy is violent, calm them. If the enemy is unreasonable, treat them with righteousness. If the enemy is harmonious, then lead them by the hand to your side. Act in line with the enemy's movements in order to subdue them. Follow their trends in order to break them. Be wild with your words in order for them to make mistakes. Surround them with your net in order to catch them. When you gain something, do not keep it. When you occupy somewhere, do not set up long-term defenses. When you seize a city, do not stay too long. When you establish a new ruler, do not take anything away. While it is you who performs the acts, it is your officers who gain from it. Through your actions, they know where their advantage lies. While they act as the dukes, it is you who act as the Son of Heaven. Render the city able to defend itself and command the officers to position themselves. This is interesting as a business perspective of placing yourself in the position for the officers to manage themselves, right? And make themselves useful, to enrich themselves more. And I find it's very interesting about all of these 100 services or whatever they are, these antitheses about what should do, if you're inferior, but you must value those inferior in rank. Those who rebel must be brought back. So there's these instances of every situation and what to do. So let's go now to May 9th out of the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Carpe diem. Let us therefore set out wholeheartedly, leaving aside our many distractions, and exert ourselves in this single purpose, before we realize too late the swift and unstoppable flight of time and are left behind. As each day arises, welcome it as the very best of all, and make it your own possession. We must seize what flees. Seneca, Moral Letters, 108.27b to 28a. You will only get one shot at today. You have only 24 hours with which to take it, and then it is gone and lost forever. Will you fully inhabit all of today? Will you call out, "I've got this," and do your very best to be your very best? What will you manage to make of today before it slips from your fingers and becomes the past? When someone asks you what you did yesterday, do you really want the answer to be nothing? And so, as a personal reflection through, doing all of these things, as far as doing these readings every day, all of the things that come to mind, all of the things that have happened ever since we started these, right? They've been managed differently. There's no doubt that these readings have been very, very beneficial to my personal growth. And so, as we are going through life, are we carpe-ing the diem, right? Are we seizing the day? So when we carpe diem or carpe noctem, depending on what shift you work, what are you doing, right? So like that moment is gone and lost forever. Remember, we were just talking about doing good in all situations. And then we were in one of the ancient military texts about like executing the person who does not follow orders. And so like if we have the opportunity to do good and we don't, and then we execute that future self of ours, how many times have we done that? Are we doing nothing in order to keep that from happening? Or are we doing something to always try to do good?